Drink water. Yes.
Well, good evening, gang, and welcome to It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, and I'm your host. And to my right and to your left, of course, as always, is the lovely Valerie Eliason. Hi, Val.
Hey, Glenn.
How's it going?
It's going awesome.
Great, and as usual, we're coming to you live from our beautiful studios here at BNN-TV, and you're more than welcome to join us if you'd like. We're at 617-708-3290. Give us a call. The gang is in the other room. Dave and the fine staff here at BNN are answering the phones. If you'd like to join the conversation, please feel free to give us a call. Let us know what's going on.
Absolutely.
How are you?
I'm great. I gotta give a special shout out.
Yes, we do.
Today. It's a very special lady's birthday.
Yes, it is.
It's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you so much.
Happy birthday. We've got to get her back here in the studio. She came and visited only once.
Yeah.
I'd love to have her come back and visit us.
I know. She'd love to. She loves watching the show.
I'm glad she's there. Well, have a great day today. Stay cool, too. It's very warm, though.
Yeah.
So how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. I had a fun weekend.
I saw you all over. What was going on? What did you do?
Yeah, so on Saturday I went up to Newburyport with a friend of mine. So the Newburyport Brewing Company has monthly art shows. So they rotate out artists probably every month, monthly art show. So a friend of a friend was showing some of our pieces there. She's actually a rep for the Newburyport Brewery, and she's some really great stuff, watercolors and different acrylics. So we get to sample some of the new beers that they had, check out some art.
Oh, very cool.
And then Sunday I got to go to Hazard Rock as a little belated birthday celebration in Narragansett. It was
very
fun.
good.
I was like mountain goating all over the rocks and laying out in the sun. It was really fun.
Oh, boy, laying out. That sounds great. Congratulations. That's right. You and your mom's birthday is very close.
Yes.
We had fun last week.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
That cake. That was a treat.
I want to tell everybody out there that Porch Fest, it's been closed. We've got our final numbers.
Yep.
We're over 50 porches and
That's awesome.
over 55 bands.
This is our first one.
First one in Rosendale, yeah. Andy Hollinger has been the chair of that committee. He's done a fabulous job. It's been an incredible undertaking. When we first started, we said, okay, first year, let's be cool. Let's not, get too big and too much, have too many things on our table. We said 20, 25 porches to start, but it's been great. So
that's so exciting.
So we're very excited about it. I'm going to be playing at a couple of locations, which I'm kind of excited about.
Okay.
A good friend, Mr. Kurt, is going to take a couple of spots. The great Dr. X is going to be at my house right on Belgrade Ave. Boxer Records is going to be. We've got all of these really, really great. Deb Gallagher is going to be playing. We've got all of these great musicians, local musicians that are going to be doing all. We've also got magic. We've got poetry. Johnny Reimer is going to be on, the actual Johnny Reimer is going to be on a porch doing poetry. It's very exciting.
What day is that again?
It's on September 12th.
Okay.
Right around the corner.
Oh, yeah, it's a couple weeks.
So we're all at the kitchen table now saying, oh, put this band here, put this band here. So it's working out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm excited about it, yeah.
That's really cool. I'm going to get my bicycle.
That's the way to do it, by the way, is to get your bike out and kind of tour around. Get your brochure. The brochure will be available in a couple of weeks, and then mark where you want to go, or come on down to the farmers market, pick up your brochure. We're going to be starting probably tours from there, and kind of get people to. Oh, we've got swing bands. We've got
I love swing
bagpipes. We've got a guy that's going to play traditional American Indian flutes.
Oh.
And he does all of these different, it's supposed to be amazing. So,
that sounds awesome.
Yeah. So that's going to be, it's going to be all kinds of things. So we're kind of excited about it.
Kind of excited. I'm thrilled.
There's going to be punk bands, rock bands. So there'll be lots of excitement in the streets of Rosendale.
I'm excited.
What else is new? Anything going on?
Well, Dave and I have a fun thing planned.
Yes, I understand that you guys have got a big deal coming up, and why don't you talk a little bit, because you're actually going to shoot some footage, right?
Yeah. So the Boston Tattoo Convention, it's been around for a while. Gosh, I want to say maybe like 11 years now.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it's going on over at the Sheridan over in Back Bay, but there's, over 50 different world-renowned tattoo artists.
Great. Are you going to get some art while you're there?
You know, I wasn't planning on it, but I wouldn't necessarily turn down an
Get It's All
offer.
About Art's written up your own.
Okay. And the number
6
one.
o'clock on Monday. Don't do it. Please, don't do it.
But yeah, they have some incredible artists from all over the world. So
That's great.
we're really excited to go down
Well,
there.
I'm really excited about you guys doing it. And listen, if you're at the convention, look
Say
you up.
hi,
Look,
come say hi,
come and
please.
say hi. You'll see Val. She'll be walking around with a BNN mic in her hand, huh? Sounds exciting. It's going to be fun.
I am excited.
The other thing that's going on, of course, is the farmers market down in Rosendale Square. The Splinters are playing next week.
No kidding.
Yeah, last week we had the Oracle, which is the Zach Martin trio.
Okay.
And they were jazz funk and stuff. It was a lot of fun. They were very good. We're getting some quality acts down there.
Everything I've heard this summer has been outstanding.
You know what's coming next Sunday?
What?
An 80s dance festival
At
Adams Park.
the farmers market?
No, it's Sunday, the next day. It's going to have it all to itself.
The whole day?
Well, not the whole day. We're going to start at 7 and we're going to go till 10.
So I have to get my side ponytail and neon
Yes,
shirt.
in fact, there's a cash prize for the best costume. So get your balloon
No
pants out
kidding.
and come on down and enjoy. It's gonna
This
be-
weekend?
This coming weekend.
Oh, that's so exciting.
On 22nd, I
Very
think is
cool.
what it is. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, wow.
Do you have any? I know you've got a great Val's View coming up. Do you have any plans for trips for yourself besides the? I know that you love to fit into your amazingly busy schedule, artful things to do.
Geez. Well, I'm actually also almost didn't forget. I'm gallery sitting this weekend
where?
at the Mills Gallery.
Oh, you are? Oh, cool.
Yeah, Tremont Street. So come down and say hi. They always have great exhibits there. I love it. But as far as traveling, I don't really have anything coming up this fall, but I would love to plan something.
Yeah, we have to say to Giovanni, who was on last week, that we were planning on going by DeCunto. We were planning on going by him in the North End, but there was a scheduling thing. When I said yes before I looked at my calendar, I'm terrible like that. You know? But I'm sure that was a great thing, so I just wanted to make sure we shouted out to him and said, we're sorry we couldn't make it.
Yeah, we were bummed about that. He was awesome on the show
Yeah,
last
we've
week.
been very fortunate with our producers. They've been coming up with some great guests, and tonight is no exception to that.
yeah.
We've got a great dance company that's going to talk about a great event that's coming up. Streaming all over the world? Is that what I heard you say? Streaming classrooms and workshops?
In 24 hours?
On a 24-hour, I can't wait to hear more about that. And our old friend Dan McCole is here, so we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff. He was on the cover of the Boston paper
I saw that. That's
last
impressive.
week. The picture of, he calls it the hoodie, but everybody knows who it is. It's Bill Belichick with his look. But it's turning out that Boston paper is doing great things for us. We have to thank them every week. They do a column for us. They do your column, don't they?
My Val's View column.
Val's View is there every week.
And Janice's Art du Jour.
Art du Jour is there,
Love
and
that.
BNN is there.
Yep.
So they've been very good friends of ours. So pick up your Boston paper, please.
Definitely.
And shoot Sully a phone call or email. Tell him that you really appreciate the work that's being done, because the paper's been around for years.
And it just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Well, with that artwork on the top of the fold, it just makes it a piece of art when you see it. So it's nice, and it's a good opportunity for us to get some artists, work out there that people don't always get a chance, because this is a Boston-wide paper. It's in every corner of the city,
every neighborhood.
Yeah, and so people get a chance to kind of check out some art.
You
know what I did? I stripped the studio at the house.
No kidding.
The gallery.
Okay.
And changed everything.
Where are you going with it?
Well, I spent the whole afternoon rehanging and getting things ready for open studios. So I took down about 12 pieces and put up probably about 15 new pieces.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so the gallery's getting ready for open studios, which isn't until November. We're going to have plenty of people to talk about
When's
that.
the deadline for that? Because I'd like to be part of it this
It's coming up very soon.
All right.
I
I'm
know.
going to hop on that train.
Please do, because Open Studios is a great opportunity. It's, Open Studios, they have them all over the city, different neighborhoods and stuff. Over in Southie, Jamaica Plain. Us in Rosendale, Janice and I were on the committee for many years, and we've kind of stepped back on a couple of things. So they have a great committee. Casey Appleman is doing an amazing job with Open Studios. It's an opportunity for people to get into people's home galleries, their home work studios, and see them, you know, in the throes of doing their work.
Exactly.
So it's kind of a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love Open Studios.
Yeah. So that's going to be the first weekend in November. Make sure that you keep your eye out for the calendars for that.
That'd be good.
Speaking of keeping your eye out, Boston Main Streets has been great friends of ours. Just last week, Rosendale, which was, did you know, the very first Main Streets?
I did, and I'm very proud of that.
Yes, the very first Main Street program. What happened was Rosendale went through like a lot of the neighborhoods in Boston did. In the early 70s, there was, they decided they were going to desegregate the schools, and they had forced busing, and it was an unfortunate time for the city. A lot of the kids that were in school were, I feel, deprived of a good education because there was so much turmoil and so many things going on. I consider them, some of them, a lost generation of kids because their education was kind of politicized, you know, and it's unfortunate. But I think the end result has been, you know, an incredible opportunity for kids to learn more about their community and learn, you know, more diversity and what have you. But what happened was people moved out of the communities, and Rosendale fell. There were fires, there were businesses that left, people's houses were being given away, and the whole community went way down. The mayor, the city councilor at the time was, after 10 years or so, we got into the middle 80s and it was just not really working out. And the city councilor from my neighborhood was Tom Menino.
Yep, the late great Menino.
The late great Menino. And what he did was he knew about a program called Main Streets that was working not in an urban setting, but more in an industrial setting. The plan, the way they were using it to revitalize some areas. So what they did was he said, you know, let's try it in an urban setting. Let's fix Rossi Square.
Yes.
And they brought in this program, and people volunteered, businesses and residents who stayed in the community volunteered to work on a lot of what Main Street's, you know, what the model was. And what it was to put a committee of people who are versed with economic restructuring and know how the economy works, put them together to do some demographic studies of the community and find out where people are doing most of their shopping, what malls they were going to, and what that specific Rossi Square business district could use to flourish. And they went to the property owners and they got them to do all of this change and to bring new businesses in. And then there was a design committee put together of architects and artists and designers and people who do all of that kind of thing to help the new business that comes in to design their storefront.
Visually appealing to
Visually
the town,
make it someplace that people want to go. And historically preserve the feel of the community. The stipulation was you had to get rid of the grates.
Yep.
So the grates were gone. Slowly but surely, they started to disappear, and
that sense of pride that it builds in the community.
Well, no question, it makes it one. And people say, oh, well, if you put this mural up, the kids are going to paint over it, they're going to graffiti and da da da. And what we found out was, if their community, you know, you'd put up a nice store, you'd put up a mom and pop place, or you'd put up a beautiful mural or public piece of art. And no, the kids wouldn't. They would respect it, you know, and it grew from there. And the other part of the committee is the promotions committee, who put on concerts, events, the farmers markets and stuff like that. 30 years have gone past since they started that.
That's incredible.
Yes, and now Rosendale is a destination. People come to just have dinner, sit in Adams Park.
Yeah.
You know, so
Reds and Rossi's my favorite.
Reds is great. They're gonna be part of Porch Fest.
No kidding.
Yeah, they're gonna have 3 bands.
Inside or outside?
Outside in the courtyard.
Oh, that's right.
It's gonna be nice.
I forgot they have a courtyard.
Yeah,
there.
so. But Main Streets has been our friend here at It's All About Arts.
Oh yeah.
For quite a few years, and we have to thank them. And I was talking to Steve, who's the big cheese, and we're going to start getting some of the directors to come and sit with you and I and talk about instead of you and I talking about, let's get them talking about what's actually happening in Chinatown, what's happening in Dorchester, what's happening in Southie, and get them to kind of get a little publicity for their areas.
Because it's all volunteer-based, and they work their butts off.
They work very, very hard for their community. So if you see someone in a Main Streets t-shirt, we want you to thank them for us, please. Because they're only doing it because they love their community.
Exactly.
So we want to thank them for that.
Yeah.
The other thing we want to talk about before we get to our program is this amazing building that we're in. We want to encourage everybody out there to think about what it would be like if you had a place where you could go, learn how to do television broadcasting. You had a nonprofit and you wanted to kind of get in there and let people know about what your nonprofit's mission is and what kind of work you're doing in the community. This is public access. This is the place to come and do that.
Yep.
They've been at it here almost 40 years.
That's crazy to think that.
So it's time for you to come on down and check it out. I mean, you don't have to have a nonprofit. There's a side of this great Boston Neighborhood Network organization where people can join as as members, and sign out the cameras, take classes in Final Cut Pro, lighting, sound, all of the cool things that happen here, and produce your own television program, and they put it on. Let's say you had a dance company or something, you wanted to do a film. Well, we'll get into that maybe later or something, But it's our good friend Dan's taken advantage of it in the past. It's a great opportunity. So if you go to www.bnntv.org, that'll get you right to Janice Williams or Jim Atwood, and click on those, and those cats will walk you through all it takes to become a member here.
Yeah. And take advantage of it.
Oh, it's a great opportunity.
Awesome down there.
It's a great opportunity. Yeah. So come on down and join us, because it works. It really does work. One of the other things about that BNN-TV.org site is if you go there right now and click on what's playing now, we stream all over the place. It's midnight in Paris. Hi, Paris. Thank you for tuning in. It is midnight. You laugh. We have people that are watching us in Seattle and upstate New York and Texas. It's great. It's a great opportunity. But the other station that we have that you're watching Channel 9 now, 23 is the other. I'm going to give you an opportunity just to switch over real quickly to 23, and we'll wait till you come back. So that's some of the programming that's going on over at Channel 23. We're only playing, Barbara. It's just a funny joke we play every week. But that's what's happening. There's two stations here that's available for you to do programming, and the other station is community access. Sign out the cameras, take the classes, go film a dance performance, go film the
ping pong
competition. Bring it back here, edit it, and we put it on TV for you.
Yes.
So that's what's going on. We'll get to that at some other time. Well, that's it. Well, we got a great show. We got jabbing here. It's time to start the show. You got a Val's View coming up?
I do.
We're going to take a break and we're going to do Val's View, okay?
Yeah.
Listen, gang, thanks for being here with us. We really do appreciate it. You're watching BNN-TV's It's All About Arts. My name's Glenn. This is Val. Listen, we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Please do not go away. Thanks.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Well, welcome back, gang. Thanks an awful lot for hanging in there with us. I do want to remind you that you can see this program later on tonight on our YouTube station. If you go to It's All About Arts and the number 1, you can find this program and past programs if you want to pick through them and check out some of your favorite interviews. And also our Facebook page. Please go visit and like that. It's called It's All About Arts. And that's a great way for you to show support. But there's also other things that are going on there. There's all kinds of artful things going on in the city, and we're promoting everything that we can on that page. But right now, it's my... right now... Wait. Someone said there was a Val's View. Is there a Val? Hi, Valerie. Hi, how are you, Val? How's it going? Listen, gang, hang in there. It's time for another great episode of Val's View.
Well, thank you so much, Glenn, for that wonderful introduction. So we have a couple awesome things coming up in the next few weeks. I can't believe I'm already looking at things going on into September. It's horrible to think about the summer almost being over. So first on our list we have Free Fun Fridays, and that's going on Friday, August 28th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. It's also going on this Friday, the 21st. So I apologize for my late announcement of this fun series that's been going on this summer, but there are 2 more Fun Fridays that you can make it to in case you're free those days. So what it is the Highland Street Foundation is putting on free admission and free entrance to various museums and venue locations all over in the area. So it's a program that provides people the opportunity to go check out some of these great places without having to worry about ticket and admission costs. So this upcoming Friday, there's going to be a number of venues, including the Franklin Park Zoo, including the Freedom Trail Foundation, and I think about 5 or 6 others to check out. So definitely look online, see which ones are maybe in your neighborhood or your area, and try to stop down there this Friday, and even next Friday too if you're free. So second on our list, we have Movie Night at Fenway. So this is going on Thursday, August 27th at 8 p.m. at Fenway Park, and what they're playing is Fever Pitch. I know, you couldn't pick a more perfect movie for Fenway Park. So it's going into the 3rd annual movie night at Fenway Park, and the doors open around 6:45, so you want to get down there early. The screening starts at 8, but you want to get your popcorn, find your seats. It is rain or shine, so we want to make sure you get those seats with the overhang, so in case it does rain, which hopefully it doesn't. So get your tickets at the door, get your tickets online, but go check out Fever Pitch. It's a great movie. And third, last but not least on our list, we have the 6th Annual Mass Brewers Fest. It's going on Friday, September 4th from 6 to 9:30 at the World Trade Center Head House. So the Massachusetts Brewers Guild is hosting its 6th Annual Mass Brewers Fest. So the event brings beer lovers and connoisseurs and brewers themselves together to celebrate local craft beer. So there's going to be over 100 different types of beer from over 30 different breweries and microbreweries in the area. So it's 21 plus, obviously, but you'll get the chance to sample local favorites and brews that were created especially for this event. So if you're a beer lover or you want to just try something other than the average 6-pack you'd pick up at your local liquor store, definitely head down. Make sure you go online to get your tickets. Don't think they're selling them at the door. So it's always my pleasure to bring to you the fun events and activities that are going on around the city of Boston. We have great guest coming up next. I'd like to segue a little preview into their interview. So here is a wonderful preview clip video of the Choreograph Fest. Did I get that right? Nope. Choreofest, my mistake, of last year's. Some little behind the scenes footage, so it's really good. So here, check it out.
Exciting celebrating 3rd year, and we are psyched to have a very diverse group of people, which is fantastic.
We're definitely I identify us as a neo-vaudeville company, so a lot of what we do is either in the vein of the floor shows, things that would have been seen in a supper club, in a cabaret. This is actually unusual for us because for the most part we tend to focus towards the 20s and 30s, so this is sort of different and exciting too in that way.
It's beyond what I could have imagined. It's just nice to see, or nice to experience this whole process with them, and definitely the time frame has, I really can't believe that I've been awake for this long. I think I've only had like roughly an hour sleep, but I'm pushing on, and it's definitely coming together. And even then there's this general sense of togetherness and support. I'm just grateful for this opportunity because I don't, it's nothing I could have envisioned, and it's been amazing.
It needs to be supported, hands down. This production needs to be supported. People like the mayor, people from the White House, these important people, they need to be there to see how creative this organization is here in Boston.
Well, that's just a little preview of what Luminarium Dance is up to, and it's my great pleasure and honor to welcome back a couple of old friends who've been here before, and I'm so happy to have you here. Merli, Guerra, hello, how are you?
Hi, good,
Thanks
how are
for
you?
coming. Kim, how are you?
Nice
Kim
to see
Holman,
you.
it's good to see you guys. Thanks an awful lot for coming back.
Thanks for having
Anytime.
us. Yeah.
Well, that's the way it is here. I mean, you know, once you've kind of gotten here, you're always welcome back to come, and I'm thankful and glad you're here. Let's talk a little bit about the company. How you guys doing? How long have you cats been? I'm going to assume, okay, because you're co-founders and artistic directors, that you two dance.
We do. We do. Yeah, we do. Though you wouldn't always know it. A lot of the times, Kim is the person whose voice you hear but you don't see because she's somewhere either on a ladder fixing a light,
Right.
or in the background doing something with music. Whereas I'm usually the person that's on the stage with the lights being tested on me.
Yeah. Is it pretty a nuts and bolts thing? You guys are kind of like the company?
Well,
I know you have dances and people that are doing it and stuff like that, but are you
Right.
running around with several hats on?
Probably like 90% of the day-to-day work is Merli and I just kind of duking it out, plugging away, trying to get stuff done.
Yes,
And then of
yes.
course our awesome dancers come in for rehearsals and
Yep.
to make what's in here come alive.
Yep.
But yeah,
we have a fantastic board of advisors and directors now
Oh, that's
as well,
great.
and
That's
so
great.
because we are a nonprofit,
Awesome.
and it's wonderful, and
That's
we just
important to
celebrated
know.
5 years.
That's
so
where I
we're-
wanted to go.
There it is.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
5
yeah,
years
yeah.
is an incredible accomplishment.
Thank you.
Congratulations, ladies. It's very, very cool to hear that this is, you know, there's a company that's sticking by its, you know, laurels and its guns, and it's a nonprofit, and it's bringing people in to do a great art form, dance. If you had to, one of the missions here is to make sure that people get to know you a little bit, okay? If you had to categorize the kind of dancer, besides great, I know there's several different kinds of dance. What would you put yourself in, Kim, as far as what kind of a dancer are you? Ballet, jazz, are you?
most everything we do is kind of in the modern contemporary realm. We both have very different backgrounds. I did a lot of modern growing up, but I also did a lot of jazz, and I've been in the theater world a lot. Whereas Merli is a fantastic classical Indian dancer. It has some ballet in the
Surprise.
background. Yeah, really great, really great. So
And ballet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're all over the map.
That's
I guess.
great.
Yeah.
Now, I want to get to this exciting thing that's going to come up because it sounds like it's something that doesn't get done, you know, and it sounds like a real revolutionary idea to bring people into the studio from everywhere, from their desktop. When you guys have a performance coming up, or when there's time for a show, how many shows a year do you guys do?
We do a lot throughout the year. Usually the cycle of our season. So we don't follow the traditional kicking off in September. We actually do follow the calendar year.
Okay.
And so at the start of the year, we do a lot of master classes. We go into schools and teach a lot of kids.
Oh, great.
Do a lot of pro bono work in the
Okay.
Boston community.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Yeah, we recently started a program that's called our Dance Plus series. So we'll do Dance Plus Technology or Dance Plus Science. And so it's the two of us teaching the class for the dance component, but we'll bring in an expert in an outside field. So one of the most recent ones we did, we were actually hired by the Eric Carle Museum, the Storybook Museum out in Amherst, Mass,
Yes.
to do a Dance Plus Bugs class for the first time.
Right before
Yeah.
that, we did a series in Hyde Park as well, keeping
Right.
it local, and
Right.
took about a couple of days, did 5 classes over 2 days, and just
Yeah.
invited everyone in to come dance with us.
Do you have a home? Or is this, there's a lot of companies that go to locations and do these fabulous, fantastic things.
We have a goal of having a home soon. We're working towards that
Good.
very soon.
Good.
We've been eyeing some old abandoned ice cream parlors.
Excellent. Once you have an
There might be a
address,
Luminarium ice cream line. that
once
just-
you have an address,
Yeah.
you let us know, please.
Definitely.
Because that's something we want to
Definitely.
let people know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, we're definitely working towards it. We want to have our own home in Boston. Right now we do a lot with Green Street Studios. That's
Oh,
where
that's
our,
nice.
where our
Okay, that's
home has
good.
been for a while.
That's great.
But yeah, so our season kicks off with all of that. And then right now what we're in is festival time, which is
Yeah.
just nonstop festivals. We go up to Wiscasset, Maine. We
great.
travel all over Vermont. That's
Everywhere.
right.
Yeah.
New England based.
yeah.
New England.
absolutely.
Now, when there is a performance, is there a traditional cattle call for people to come in and audition for parts, or is there a company?
That's a great question.
Yeah, there's a company.
Yes.
We've got a good core of permanent people, but on the other hand, usually April, May, right around there, we do a big open call audition, and the
Oh,
studio's
cool.
packed.
Always.
And we have so many wonderful dancers to kind of pick who we're going to work with next.
So,
Yeah.
so if I wanted to come and fall around the stage or something, I would have to keep an eye out for your call, your call
Definitely.
for dancers.
Definitely.
Please
But
do
we're also please. But we're very, very
I'm not kidding
open.
about falling around the stage. As
Well,
long as I do it gracefully, right?
done. You're in. No need
for grace even.
No. But no, it's one thing that we do like to tell people is we've met people after the audition, maybe a month later, who say, "Oh, I really wanted to come to the audition, and I just wasn't in town that weekend." And we're so accessible. Please email
That's
us.
great.
Please reach out.
It's nice to know that that you're more of a community-based, and
Oh, yeah.
what you're doing is you're going into some schools, you're going to some neighborhoods, and you're doing something with those people.
Right.
You know, that's so
Right.
refreshing. You know, we've had many other companies on, Urbanity. We've had a couple of other ones on that are really kind of structured dance companies. And
Right,
not that you're
right.
not, but you know, you've kind of got this mission, this other mission.
Right.
Let's talk about this amazing. I'm going to call it revolutionary thing that you guys have been doing for the
Great,
last
we'll
couple
take
of
it.
years, and one's coming up. Tell me what's going on.
ChoreoFest. We produce, I guess, America's only 24-hour choreography festival.
Yes, we
It's
do.
kind of modeled after a 24-hour play festival, but we're the only ones to our knowledge, and we check from time to time.
You should. Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Only ones that do it with dance.
Right.
So in a nutshell, it's kind of a creative process workshop. It's kind of a community building thing. We grab 6 local dance companies, lock them into the dance complex overnight. They pull themes from a hat, and then just work all night to produce a brand new piece and show it the next day.
So the first 12 hours is the creation process where they're working overnight, and we welcome the community to be a part of that by going onto our website, and you can actually see all of the studios on our website
That's
overnight
great.
from 8 p.m. to
People
8 a.m.
rehearsing and writing and writing the choreography
all
and
of
putting
it, creating
Snacking,
music,
yeah.
snacking, drinking lots of coffee.
Sometimes.
Yeah, around 4 a.m. That's usually when that happens.
No, but I think the fascinating part of that whole thing is that some of our younger citizens who kind of want to say to themselves, I want to be a dancer, but I kind of really don't know what it
Right.
entails.
Right.
What's the date?
September 4th.
So September 4th,
yes.
someone can log on to your website
At 8
and kind
p.m.
of sit there and go, oh, that's what they're doing. Oh, I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a workshop in itself.
They can write
Yeah.
in as well. There's like a chat feature on the system we use.
Yeah.
So if they want to send us questions, they can type them on in.
Yeah, last year we had
guarantee
Jamaica writing into us
That's
saying,
right.
hi, we're writing in from Jamaica. We've loved watching, and and that was at 8 a.m. They had
Yeah.
been up for a while
And then I
with
think,
us.
how many companies are going to do it?
This year we actually have seven in
Yep.
total.
But what happens the last half of that 24 hours is they get to show off.
Exactly.
We put on a show.
Exactly. So when everyone is exhausted at around 8 a.m.,
Yeah.
they pick up all of their things, they deflate all of their air mattresses, because people have gotten really good at Choreo Fest over the last couple of years.
They figured it out.
And, oh yeah. And everybody treks down to the theater, and Kim starts working with them on lighting and saying, okay, you've created this new piece. What's the lighting that you need? And meanwhile, I've been meandering the building with a video camera. We have a fantastic photographer, Ryan Carollo, who stays up all night taking photos of both the process and the final work. And so he's been getting a sense of what the work will be, and so he knows what images to get. And in the end, they get to put on a production at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. that's open to the public. But what's also really wonderful is they walk away with a portfolio of images and video, not only of the final piece,
Right.
but of their own process making it and putting it together.
Well, I see it also as being an educational process for them,
Yes.
too,
Yes.
because it's not like, well, we'll
Right.
finish that later. No, you got to get this
Now.
done now.
Yes.
And then there's a performance in front of a live audience. People can get tickets by going to your website?
Yes.
Well, what's the website?
Luminariumdance.org.
You're lucky to get that. That's great. That
Yeah.
was available.
Oh yes, it's such a highly sought after name, Luminarium. Yeah.
Where did the name come from?
No, all right.
can go for this one.
Yeah. So when we first started Luminarium, our shared mutual interests, as Kim was saying, we have, when it comes to movement, very diverse backgrounds.
Yep.
Right.
But we actually shared this interest in light because Kim did a lot of professional theatrical lighting design, and I do a lot of video projection with dance. And so we looked up a bunch of words that we felt were symbolic of what we did, and we came across Luminarium, and we said, oh, that's perfect. It's a space. But then also the definition of Luminarium is what our mission stands for. On the one hand, it means to shine light on something, so we do that, of course. But then it also says, alternatively, to enlighten mankind, and that's kind of the other
Nice.
alternative part of what we do.
I saw Snappy Dancers do something over at Suffolk University with light and stuff and
Nice.
panels and stuff, and I was like, it's not over. It can't be over. You need to do more. It was just so fascinating. Again, please give us the date again and the time people can
Sure. We
tune in.
start September 4th at 8 p.m. We broadcast our kind of opening ceremonies.
Yeah.
From there, everybody gets into the studio and works until September 5th. And then our shows are at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. at the Dance Complex in Central Square.
That sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming and spending a little
my
time
gosh,
with us. There's
you're
never
welcome.
enough time.
Anytime.
And I hope you'll be watching
You know what?
overnight and writing into
I
us.
think I want to come and see some of the performances.
Hey,
I think that
be our
might be
guest,
something Val and I
please.
might decide,
We would
just come
love
over
that.
and say hello to everybody and kind of check it out.
Absolutely.
That would be great.
You're welcome.
That would be
Louis,
great.
thank you so
Thank
much
you so
for being
much.
here.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks.
Please come. You know what? Come back soon and let us know how it went. Okay?
All
Can
right.
we do that? Okay.
Yeah, we will.
Listen, gang. Listen. We have only scratched the surface with this. We've got another great guest coming up. An old friend of ours is still in the studio. He's going to come over and spend a little time with us. Listen, don't go away. You're watching BNN-TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn. We're coming to you live from our beautiful Studio B here at BNN-TV. So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Please, don't go away. We'll be right back. Thanks for hanging in there, folks. Welcome back. And it's my great pleasure and honor, of course, the old friend Dan McCole. Hi, Daniel. How are you?
Good enough, Glenn. How
Good
you
to
doing?
see you. I wasn't here last time you were here. You got it. You were lucky to be interviewed.
Yes,
by
I had a nice session with Valerie.
Yeah.
A little different.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what we want to be.
Very
We
nice.
want to be.
Hopefully good different.
We want to be different. It's
Yes.
okay. How's it going?
It's going well.
That's
What a
good.
great summer.
It's been a good summer for you.
Oh yeah. It's
How about
just-
this for a good summer? How about this
Ooh.
on the Boston City paper? Put Dan's picture above the fold here.
Yep.
The hoodie. Everyone recognizes that guy. That's a great painting.
Being an old newspaper man, above the fold is very
It's a big
important.
deal, isn't it?
It's very important. Yes.
Congratulations on that. That's a great accomplishment. How you been? What's new and exciting?
Everything is going well.
Good.
With me, and we're been working with that, trying to work with that Creates Boston.
Boston
which
Creates
is
that
a
I'm involved
great
in.
idea,
You're
isn't
involved
it?
in. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
In fact, in a couple of weeks, Julie Barrows is going to be here to sit and
great.
talk with
Yeah,
us
yeah.
about how that's going and what her plan is. And I'm honored that she agreed.
She's
to
out
come.
of Chicago, and
Yeah.
they have great residential people work in
Yeah,
Chicago.
the arts community out there
Oh
is
my
so
God,
vibrant.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
she's part of that.
I know,
and I
yeah,
think she's
yeah.
bringing a lot of that experience here. Not that we don't do it here in Boston, but I think it's going to be great to have somebody at the head of it.
Yeah.
That's going to be able to
So
recognize the dance and the music.
It's a little scattered, and if someone pulled it together into
Yeah.
one.
Well, you and I know it for years. It's been this neighborhood, this neighborhood, this neighborhood.
Yes, yeah,
and I think the idea of us being able to collaborate and get together and get some ideas. You guys do things over in Southie different than we do it in Rosendale and JP. And if we could share some of our experiences together, I think that's going to make for a better community.
That's very important.
I think it is. Let's talk a little bit. Janice was telling me a little bit about this thing out at the
Marina Bay?
The Marina Bay.
Yeah.
What's going on out there?
Well, there's an idea that came across my brow out of North Carolina somewhere.
Yeah.
Down there. They were doing a thing called Fabulous Fakes.
Yeah.
And that is taking old classic paintings and it could be sculpture, anything, and reproducing it in your own style. You could do it verbatim, or you could do it perfect, or you could do it with a little bit of change in it.
As long as you put the original artist.
Oh, yeah.
As long as I put Dan's name down as I do it.
I don't want to go to jail for
Boston
anything.
author.
So I went around and I talked to Marina Bay. They already had a show going, which the South Boston Arts Association is involved in every year, and we're part of the whole concept. And asked them if they were interested in it, which they were. Danny Myers from down there is a sculptor and a painter, a drawer, the whole thing. He does great work. Well, anyhow, he and I get together and we started throwing words around and finally come up with the idea. We put it, and they went for it, and we had 39 entries into the first show. Yeah, and the best part about it was the judge of the show said that there was just one first prize, and all of us honorable mentions. She ran out of ribbon. She says, I would give an honorable mention to every one of them. And it was when you saw them. And what it did to an art exhibit, an art show, put a little fun in it. And it was a challenge to some people to do the painting. But the fun part of it was great.
Was it in the same place where super producer Janice showed a couple last year? Sometime we were in a show over there at Marina Bay.
Yeah, in the cafeteria there.
That room?
They used to have it out on the boardwalk, but then
weather.
It got they were worried about weather and everything like that. But it was great on the boardwalk.
Right, good.
It was.
Now you brought some examples with you.
Yes.
So why don't we get to those? See if we can get through those.
Look at them.
What do we got?
Which is this?
Are we back here?
This is one of my paintings.
Oh yeah.
This is called The Butler Did It.
The Butler did it.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Malcolm Butler.
The Butler did do it.
Yeah.
Is he going to make the team this year?
Oh, he's going to be.
He's probably locked in for a while.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got?
Now we have this is a depiction of that. Painting is on the right. You'll see it. The original photograph of the original.
That's stunning.
And also that's the painting on the left-hand side.
The artist's Copy.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
And this is Jackson Pollock's
How do
work.
you do that?
Well, let me tell you, that's a sculpture.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's
You're kidding.
Yeah, it is.
And what did they use?
I think you put it in the beach and let some seagulls take care of it.
You're a realist, Dan, and us abstract painters.
Well, there you go. Let's go by
It's got a
that.
blue ribbon on it. I don't know what to tell you.
Yes, it did. Yeah,
Look at
that,
this.
Picasso.
That's great.
Yeah. Picasso made the cut, so she did well with that.
That's
Whoever
great.
Painted on that one. And have another one would be. Look at this one. This is a Renoir.
Oh, you were talking about this one
Now
before.
take a look at what they're sketching over there. You can see they're sketching a little thing, and over here she's sketching the Patriots logo.
He is.
Yeah.
And her eyes are
So
open.
so that's
That's great. A little of your own in there.
that made very well. That was an honorable mention also. This is Hopper. Hopper, the usher in the theater, just standing there, just dreaming dreams or whatever she's dreaming of. But that's a great Hopper painting, and that's a great depiction of it. That's straight on, dead on, yeah. Here's another one. This is John Singer Sargent, and
That's amazing how you can, copy these masters like.
Yeah. It's good training, of course.
Oh, of
too.
course it is.
Yeah,
Well, that's all been part of a.
You figure the color out.
Right.
The drawing. Yeah. There's Whistler's mother. He says Whistler was a whistleblower, so they put a whistle in her mouth.
Okay, it works for me.
So
That's one of yours. This is
This is the Gronk.
That's fascinating.
The Gronk at his best after the touchdown.
That's great.
Yeah, and there's the hoodie.
And there's the hoodie right there. That's the one we got on the paper.
The hoodie's on there. Yeah.
I love
Well, that's
that.
great, Dan.
Yeah.
What a great concept. Is it still hanging there by any
Oh yeah,
chance?
we're gonna we just 2 days.
2 days.
Also into the Arts Fest in Quincy.
Yeah.
We're putting it in there.
Okay.
Now, the idea, and this is what we talked about, I'd like to get that into Boston.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're doing is sort of a trial run with them down there, and they were kind enough to agree to it. They're very happy with it, by the way. They made a.
Let's do it at the Copy Library.
Yeah, it could.
That's the place to do
Yeah, it would be great for that. Yeah.
We know a couple of people. We could make a few phone calls.
That's it. So we get it off the ground. We got the skeleton. So
Yeah.
we know.
Well,
where
you
the
get the
bones
model, so you kind of have a way to do it. How about yourself? What are you working on?
Right now, I finished one. No, I'm working right up now on the Medal of Honor recipients coming into town in their convention in the middle of September, and this is going to be a painting, a poster to greet them to Boston. And
Last Saturday was 70 years.
Yeah.
The anniversary, 70 years.
I did one on 2006, and it's down in the Seaport Hotel, a print of it, a large print, signed by all of the recipients.
Really?
And it's down in the hotel. I feel really great about that.
I had a veteran come up to me Saturday and say, don't forget to mention that it's the 70th anniversary of the end of World War II.
Yeah. These people are amazing when you meet them. They're just they're
humble.
Yeah. They say, who knows what happened? It could have gone another way. But
Well, we're all here because of them. So
yes, exactly.
There's no question about that. When's Open Studios?
We're coming up, and we had one for the spring.
Yeah.
And now we're going to do one in the, I think it's November 1.
You guys are doing them twice a year now?
Yeah.
Setting the bar again. Setting the bar.
We
So at the distillery, right?
We got to get at these people and get them to.
What do you think of this Boston Creates?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's there's anything to promote and support the arts is great. Number one, because let's face it, you just can't get along without it.
No,
you can't turn on the radio and listen to some great music without thinking about this is art. And that's
my big fight is to get it back in the schools.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Yeah, that's a big hill.
yeah.
I'm lucky to be in the school I'm at. I mean, they let me teach every day, so I'm very lucky.
My thought is to have have a kids band. I mean, a real swing band type.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is what I've been hoping for, that we could put together. You know,
A citywide, like Gypso is for the classical?
sure.
Yeah, why not?
Absolutely. Yeah, would start in one place if possible, if that's the way to do
Let it grow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, Gypso was over at Cardinal Cushing for how long? Over at the Cushing Hall over in Southie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, we're out of time.
Out of time.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Flies by like that, huh?
What are you gonna do about that? Well,
Talk to the sponsor. Dan, thank you.
hey,
Thank you. And as usual, just knock on the door anytime.
we'll do.
Val, thank you.
Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Don't forget your newspaper. I know you're looking for this.
Yes.
Listen, gang, thanks an awful lot for being here with us tonight. Remember, you can see this tonight sometime on YouTube if you go to It's All About Arts and the number 1. Please join our Facebook page, It's All About Arts. We'd love to have you join us on that page. There's lots of cool things going on. Listen, gang, thanks an awful lot for being here. Get out there and do something awful, right? Like you are going to be next week.
Thank
with
you.
the
That's
tattoos,
right.
And like we like to say every week before we end the show, please keep in the forefront of your minds our mothers, fathers, sons and daughters, aunts and uncles, nieces and nephews on foreign soil. Please do something awful. Keep them in your prayers and in your mind. And we'll dig you next week. Okay?
Thank you.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.